So guess what?
Guess
Guess what? Guess what?
Chicken butt?
I'm
gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna stop doing that. Because that joke, I've been doing that for years. I've been saying that joke for years. Are you okay, man?
I just destroyed the inside of my nose.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Making funny noises. I'm gonna talk about the Didge, right?
Yeah, you're gonna talk about the Didge?
I'm gonna talk about the Didge. Remember 4 episodes when I was like, I'm gonna talk about the Didge.
Oh, yeah,
Now
yeah.
I'm talking about the Didge.
Now you're actually talking about the Didge.
What a cool level.
Do you guys know what we're talking about when we say the Didge?
So, the Didge.
It's the leapfrog Didge.
I remember one Christmas, we, as kids, got the Didge. And this was before, this must have been before I had gotten a DS. The Didge was our first, like, handheld gaming console. And it had mostly really bad, like, when you think of, like, a crappy mobile game, like, platformer mobile game type thing, that was what the Didge was. Except the gimmick was that every single game was like you're learning stuff. So like I had an Indiana Jones game on the Didge. And to pass through doors you'd have to solve a math problem. And it was like a really bad Castlevania ripoff. And
I remember
like you would die really easily a lot. And like the final boss of the game was you fighting this weird hairy beast thing that like was not from any of the movies. But the game was called Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but like it had nothing. Like it was it had a lot of really cool levels in it. Honestly, if we ever get big enough that this channel makes enough money to be able to allow me to buy the equipment necessary to hook a Didge up to the TV, I would love to play that old Indiana Jones game.
I also have
that or somebody, you know what I haven't asked? Going off on different tangents again.
Well, here we go.
That or somebody, I have never really asked for this because I don't know how it would work, but like if people maybe want to, I want to ask if people want to donate games to us. Like, have a set mailbox or P.O. box or something that is in a Discord or something like that. And if people are like, oh, this game that I don't play, that I'm sure nobody will ever play, like a Wii game that I'm sure I'm either going to get $3 off of for selling it or all the entertainment in the world for us playing it on the channel here, I would love that.
No!
Oh, nice job.
Dang. Well, now I gotta go for the heart, not the puzzle.
I thought that was blood for a second. The heart whisking across the thing.
Yeah.
If people want to, like, the other thing is that, like, I don't really have the money to buy all these retro consoles, and I want to play retro games on their original hardware.
Yeah.
Unless it's something like that you just can't do on a TV and you'd have to do on the Switch, like a Game Boy Advance type deal.
Yeah.
But like if we ever play Link to the Past,
I
want to play that on a real Super Nintendo and not the Switch Online. And Donkey Kong Country, the Switch Online for Donkey Kong Country has horrible lag for the button inputs.
Really?
Yeah, it's just really bad. And so I'd want to play that on a original anyway. Oh no.
We're going on a tangent.
It's happening again.
The tangent.
If people have old consoles or old games that they want to send to us, any game that you send to us, we will play with the rule that like there has to be nothing like inappropriate or like there has to not be like a ton of like don't send us weird anime games from the 80s or something that are bad.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean.
You know what we're talking about.
You know what I mean. You're talking about. So don't do that. Don't be like, anime dating sim surprise from the Wii. We probably will not play a game like that. But we probably will play something like
D-Blob.
Like D-Blob. If you have a copy of D-Blob, send it to us.
Does anyone know what D-Blob is?
But the thing about that is if I think about I still haven't finished the Didge discussion, but I'm off on this tangent. I gotta finish it now. The thing I'm thinking about, like, if people ever want to send us stuff, is that like then we might, if we ever get big enough, then what if like 100 people are like, oh, I have a copy of D-Blob, and then they send us 100 copies of D-Blob.
Well, then I'll have 100 copies of D-Blob.
And then there's no way to like, oh, we already have a copy, and then we have to mail it back. Like, that's just not possible.
No, I'm not mailing it. Well, I mean, if they give it to us.
No, I'm not mailing it.
I will keep 100. If anyone wants to send me D-Blob, I will keep it.
But, I mean, I guess that would be a way to like support the channel, honestly, because if like let's say 5 people send us their old SNES and like they're basically donating it, like they're risking not selling it for the chance to see us play SNES games on original hardware. And maybe they can do research and see what we already have. That's the thing. This has become so multifaceted because I would have to be like, okay, here's all the things that I do have. And I would have to update it every time fans sent us anything. I'm talking like we're some big channel when we have like actively 50 people watching us right now. But like, you know, if people send us duplicates, then like I can sell them and use that money to support the channel and stuff and buy equipment and different games and stuff.
We can give them to others too.
And we can give them to others. Dude, I would love to go up to some kid and be like, hey, here's an SNES with Link to the Past. Go play it. And then like tie them to the wall and force them to play Link to the Past. Rather than play some crappy game like, I don't know, Fortnite. You know, quit playing this new crap. Play this old crap, you know? And they'd be like, oh, let me go. And I'd be like, shut up.
Oh my gosh. The unhinged Simeon.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That's probably a system I could set up. Not the kidnapping. Obviously, I do not condone kidnapping anybody ever.
Do not kidnap.
Obviously, I do not condone kidnapping people and forcing them to play Link to the Past.
Oh, well.
It's a great game. You should go play it. Remember when this conversation started with me talking about the Didge?
We talked about, like, old childhood toys, and then then we went to the Didge.
So...
Hey, so do you guys have Zuzu pets? Comment down below.
Hey, comment down below your favorite Zuzu pet.
Yeah.
If people do that means they actually were watching.
Who had a Bakugan? Who had a Bakugan? Do you know what Bakugan is?
Let's stay focused here for a second.
But I really want to talk about Bakugan now.
Tangents.
I really want to talk about Bakugan.
I'll let you talk about Bakugan after I finish the 2 things that I have to finish.
Okay, man.
Because, well, I forgot, didn't I?
Yeah, it was the...
Wait. If people want to send us stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, right. We were talking about if people want to send us stuff because I don't know where I would find a Didge or a way to play the Didge on the channel because we'd have to run it through an HDMI cord somehow. Dude, if somebody gave us a Didge with like a modded Didge with like an HDMI cable, I guess we could emulate that. I don't want to emulate anything because I also don't want to accidentally get a virus on my computer because I can't just buy a replacement. If I get a virus on the computer, both channels die instantly.
Yeah, everything goes away.
And my job and livelihood go away forever.
So we don't want to do that.
73-cent livelihood that I'm living on right now.
You see this hand swishing?
That is really sick.
My gosh, it's grabbing all the way it's grabbing it.
I have been watching the gameplay. These levels are really cool.
Yeah, this is really cool.
So the Didge.
Oh my gosh. Back to the Didge.
So the Didge I had
what is that?
What is probably that? Around 3 games, and they came on cartridges, and they came in these little cases with cartridges.
Yeah.
I had.
Oh no.
I had 4 games actually. Here's what I had. I had Indiana Jones. I had Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and then I had a different Star Wars: The Clone Wars game. So one of them was a 2D platformer that I guess maybe I was just really little, but it was nigh impossible. Like, it was this slow-moving 2D platformer, and droids would shoot at you, and if you got hit, you died, and you would constantly have to block the shots back at them, except eventually you'd get to a point where there'd be so many shots happening that you couldn't block anything. I'm actually thinking back to it, that was a really fun game. It just was really difficult.
You know, I had
brutally difficult. We had...
I don't need the...
Yeah, we had that one, and then the other one was like this puzzle platformer where... Or it was this 3D game where you kind of ran on like a 3D level rails thing, and you would kill enemies, and then you'd get to like a gate, and it'd be like, solve this puzzle that has to do with learning about like levers and gears and, you know, the systems that you learn in elementary school. Like, here's how levers work, here's how gears work, here's how
Here's how things
pins work. I don't know whatever the other one was. And it was really cool because it actually taught me stuff. Like hey, that's the episode. You're gonna have to go to the next episode to learn about.
Wait.
Oh, perfect. Thanks for dying right there. By choice. You didn't actually.
Start all over.
Bye.
No.